Join the movement. Go all electric with Pure Electric.
Hi there, welcome to Dan and Manu's Townhouse. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this video was recorded and pay my respects to the elders past and present. I'm Daniel and I live in this house with my wife Manuela. We bought this 2-story, 3-bedroom townhouse in the west of Melbourne in 2018, and since then we've been retrofitting it with sustainable features. Many of the changes we made were recommended to us by people from the Facebook group My Efficient Electric Home, with a special mention to Tim Forsey, one of the founders of the group, who we hired to do an energy efficiency assessment. So one of the first things I was recommended to do was to draft-proof the house. The house was built in 2006, so not that old, but there were quite a few gaps around doors, window frames and skirtings. So I spent some time filling gaps with no more gaps. I installed some Raven products to seal around my front door and under my laundry door. I also installed a draft stopper in our bathroom, which is a device that prevents draft from entering through exhaust fans. Another source of draft in our house was the LED lights. Our LED lights had vents and were installed on pre-existing halogen light mounts, which had gaps to avoid overheating, so we replaced them with fully sealed ones. Last year, we installed a 3.79 kilowatt solar PV system connected to the grid. It's been generating between 5 to 10 kilowatt hour per day in winter and 15 to 25 kilowatt hour per day in summer. Our energy consumption has been 15 kilowatt hour per day during winter and 5 kilowatt hour per day during summer. Our house came with central gas heating and one split air conditioner. The split air conditioner worked okay to cool the entire house, but it wasn't enough for heating as most of the heat went to the second floor. This year, we installed a Daikin US7, which is a 7-star energy efficient heat pump air conditioner in our living room, to completely replace our gas heater. We also installed a Sanden Eco-plus heat pump to replace our gas hot water system. We only used gas for the central heater and hot water, as our stovetop was already electric. So after installing the new AC unit and hot water heat pump, we were able to completely disconnect our gas supply. In our small backyard, we have a deciduous tree, which gives us shade during summer and lets the sun in during winter. We also have a small raised garden bed. Our house came with this rainwater tank, which pumps rainwater to flush the toilets. We also use the rainwater to irrigate our raised bed. We have a 2-way tap connected to the rainwater pump. We have one hose connected to it to water plants in pots, and we also have another hose connected to a timer. This timer automatically opens the tap for our drip irrigation system in a raised garden bed. We have a few strategies in place to minimize our waste. Firstly, we compost all our food waste. We keep a small kitchen caddy where we put all our food scraps, and also a bin where we put dirty serviettes and cardboard that cannot be recycled. The food scraps get transferred to a bokashi bin that stays indoors. Bokashi is a process that ferments the food waste and produces organic fertilizer. When the bokashi bin fills up, we transfer the contents to the outdoors compost tumbler, along with dirty paper and cardboard, so it continues to break down and turn into compost. Another strategy we use to minimize our waste is that we buy most of our groceries from bulk whole food shops. The bulk whole food shops we go to have a wide range of dry goods we can buy using our own containers. They also have toiletries and cleaning products we can refill and pay by weight. So that's our sustainable house. Our main investments were the solar PV system, a new energy efficient AC, and hot water heat pump. The total cost of these upgrades was roughly $15,000, which is saving us an average of $2,000 per year. The first step we took was to get an energy assessment done. I highly recommend anyone looking to improve their house energy efficiency to have one done, as you learn how to get the biggest gains for the lowest cost and effort. For us, and likely for many people, it was to draft-proof our house. It costs very little and can have a big impact. Then we looked at renewable energy options. We were quite surprised with how technology has advanced, allowing us to make a good return on investment within a few years. But like most things, we started by taking small steps everyone can take to minimize our waste, such as composting food waste, reusing our own containers whenever possible, repairing broken items, and recycling whenever you can't reuse or repair. Thanks for watching.